And I am giving thanks to the Hunab-Ku, the one and only giver of movement and measure, the great central sun and black hole at the epicenter of the omniverse, the creator, the maker and modeler of all things physical and non-physical, heart of earth, heart of sky, heart of humanity, prime, source, creator, mother, father, God-sciousness, Hunab-Ku. I am here to share your message about the Pleiadians and the Maya and many, many other things. And I thank you for your continued energetic blessings and support. Greetings! I am Crispy, a Gaian, Mayan, Pleiadian emissary of light. Een Lak'esh Alakin. I am another you. You are another me. We are one. One God-sciousness. And today, I'm going to finish with some selected readings of the last chapter of Bringers of the Dawn, and I'm also going to tell you everything in the second book called Earth, Pleiadian Keys to the Living Library about the Maya. Woohoo! So excited! Ooh, there it's happening again. Oh, look. Oh, yes. So excited. That's why I'm standing up, as you can probably guess. All right. So, Chapter 22, The Galactic Tidal Wave of Light. Awareness is awakening within the masses of this planet. We have, with the greatest assistance from our teachers, the Pleiadians have teachers, presented to this planet information that we feel can harmonize our purposes and pool our energies. Een Lak'esh Alakin. We have stimulated each and every one of you with our thought-provoking messages. The message is not simply in the way the words are strung together. There are layers of information hidden within the method and unfoldment of information. We ask you to hear the call, to recognize it, and to step forward as a member of the family of light. This does not mean to preach or to sell that light. It means to live the light that you know you are, and to reseed this place that is called planet Earth in its deepest time of transition. We are star seeds. We are reseeding the earth with pillars of light. When there is a death, there is always a rebirth. Something dies and something new is born. As this planet moves closer to these days of great change, each of you will be called upon to stand as pillars of light. We have intimated or suggested in this book that light brings about as much of this chaos on this planet as the dark. As these days begin to unfold, they will reveal the ancient prophecies as they are coming alive. These ancient prophecies will be much more colorful and have their own versions of themselves as they teach this planet its greatest lessons. Last page. Yeah! Remember, physical matter is simply light that is slowed down and crystallized and solidified. We are light. This is my light body. It's kind of light. I'm about 150 pounds, actually. As you build your light body, you could call it your Merkaba, as you embody your Merkaba, you are allowing a reorganization of the molecular structure. Yay! The building of the light body is the allowing of less trapped matter to manifest and allow light, which is freer in expression and seeking its own source, to become who you are, so that you are not as solid. As you raise your vibratory rates, you become your light body. You will see the change in your bodies, literally. Your body will become more vital, more youthful, more nourished in its own being. The building of the light body involves becoming a super being, and we could call that a superhuman being, a superhuman being, if you wish. 3 times. First, I'll say it once. I am a superhuman being, a superhuman being. 3 more times. I am a superhuman being, being a superhuman being. I am a superhuman being, being a superhuman being. I am a superhuman being, being a superhuman being. It's true. Scout's honor. We cannot emphasize enough to you that you must stop listening to society. This is going to be the hardest task for you to do, and the biggest break for you to make. 1992, before things got real cray-cray. Let your intuition become your authority. Allow your intuitive self to be the standard bearer of your experience, which is experience no one else is going to validate. Maybe that was true 32 years ago. I don't think that is true now. Our soul tribes are coming together. The high vibe tribe is vibing high tribe, if you know what I mean. If you approach all that you know with the stance that there is divine order and divine purpose, without your ego aspect comprehending and classifying it all the time, you will move rapidly through realities. Here comes the last 2 paragraphs. Our final words include a thank you to all of you who recognize the light source that is part of your identity and that moves you to read this book and follow the silent whispers that echo down the golden spirals through the corridors of your own being. We honor you, we recognize you, and we are here to assist you. We are all here as the family of light to bring that choice and the freedom to evolve back onto this planet, to bring it to this place where it will shine as a portion of the living library, a new star, a new light on the horizons of many sentient worlds. We wait in the future for your past to intersect our present and catapult all of existence to a new octave, the highest octave of being. It is our great pleasure to have your assistance in this process. Ooh, yeah, there it is. Not sure if the light's picking that up. Oh, I got a little scratch there. That was from gardening the other day. Okay, now we're moving on to Earth, the second book, 1994. And I'm going to read to you in quick succession everything about the Maya, which is easily accomplished if you have the book on Kindle and you just put in the keyword Maya. So here we go. The Maya certainly did not make their first appearance in the time period that you are led to believe they existed. They were on your earth many times prior to that, thousands and thousands of years ago. In actuality, they can move to the completion of the universe as easily as they can move to the beginning of the universe. And now I would like you to be reminded of the very first paragraph of this book. After the preface, Bringers of the Dawn, Ambassadors Through Time, here we go. We are here. We are the Pleiadians, a collective of energy from the Pleiades. We have a long history. Our ancestors came from another universe that had achieved completion. A universe. You are simply working on a planet coming to completion, and we are here to help you with this task. Let me reread the previous phrase from Earth. Pleiadian Keys to the Living Library. The Maya can move to the completion of the universe as easily as they can move to the beginning of the universe. It is their task to make certain that all the pieces of the universe work and come to collapse when the time is right. This physical universe will recompress into complete unity, the singularity. It has to. Big bang, big shrink. It has to. Exhale, inhale. Okay? Takes a long time. Next. They also make certain there is not a premature collapse. Feel your connection to these Mayan timekeepers and open yourself to the keys they prepared for your discovery. It is called the Divine Mayan Tzolk'in. It is the complete physical and spiritual integration tool for humanity, and it's just for everything you need to completely synchronize yourself into the Milky Way galactic mind. The word Maya on Earth refers to the illusion of reality. The Maya were so advanced as keepers of time that they literally were able to create realities to steer future seekers toward or away from discovering their true identity. Much of the story that is told about the Maya is part of the Mayan trick, part of the illusion. The Maya, who lived at one time in Mexico and Central America, were masters at creating an entire blueprint for a civilization to flourish in, down to the finest artisans and even the beggars. And then they seeded themselves into the civilization as well. They were skilled at confounding realities and moving from star system to star system. Their world was in the Pleiades, and yet they certainly did not reside there. They had their own world. Today, the Maya are on assignment everywhere, confounding many worlds, taking Maya with them as if their civilization had never stopped, but simply had transferred from one world to another. Until you are able to go into other realities and travel these realms, you will not understand this. The Maya were able to orchestrate time to create time lock loops. One of the greatest Mayan secrets was their hidden gold caches and their understanding of how gold functioned. The Maya were not foolish and did not flaunt their gold. They made it seem as if they did not need gold. The Maya had many secrets. The clues they left for the outside world were clues to lead you, deceive you, and trick you. to have the archaeologists see one thing and the spirit eyes see another. The Maya called themselves day keepers. We call them keepers of time. They are associated, of course, with the Pleiades system. They are masters at going into and out of time events. They are also masters at creating time lock loops. They cordon things off so that events can be directly in front of you. And because of the time lock loops, you do not see them. Time lock loops keep your consciousness from perceiving simultaneous time. The Maya laid the groundwork, time-wise, for events that are to transpire today. The keepers of time that orchestrate events are like balls of light with rays that travel into many different realities and directions. The Mayan keepers of time were able to anchor on Earth the data that would make sense to future generations because they were multidimensional. They could travel backward, forward, and sideways in time, and their civilization was based upon time travel. They left many clues to this story buried throughout the land of Mexico. Their now became more meaningful because it was their purpose to grow a now that would benefit nows outside of their now. The Maya meant to create the paradigm, the description of what is going to occur, the cycles that your Earth goes through, and the cycles of time that are based on cosmic doorways. Earth's cycles with the sun, moon, and planets within your solar system have a significant effect on your physical electromagnetic body. The Maya understood that Earth is involved in a larger system of rotation than just the solar system. That system of rotation was based on different numerical divisions. The Maya created and defined time in your system based upon their knowing that you were part of much larger cycles. There were many versions of Maya, many different groups of timekeepers who came in at different junctures to work and play with third-dimensional time. The Maya were an experiment to affect the future and seed this planet, which was very dark for a very long period of time. The Maya knew what their purpose was. They knew when their demise would be, just as the Tibetans foresaw the invasion of their country and hid all of their most precious information years before the Chinese came in and created a seemingly outrageous slaughter. Because the Maya were keepers of time, they were able to evacuate Earth, knowing that their purpose was done. This is one of the deepest secrets of the Maya. They knew the date and time when they were to leave before the other slaughterers came and tried to destroy what was left. They could not possibly even destroy what was left by the burning of 10,000 codices and smashing of everything they could possibly smash, and the torture, rape, and murder of calendar shaman, day keepers. Did you know that Christians and Catholics were even cutting the tongues out of day keepers up to the last 50 years? It's true. And yet, we must forgive them unconditionally. They knew not what they did. The Mayan calendar precisely indicates the cycles of the heavens. The Maya knew their day of departure and they prepared for that closure. From their point of view, they were transported to another physical dimension. In actuality, the Maya still very much exist. They flourish. The Maya knew that one day their time would come and they would leave the planet. As they knew, and they knew that one day their knowledge, their keys, would be uncovered and discovered by the family of light, by you. We suggest that there are some people who have discovered these keys already. The Maya knew the whole story of their purpose and why they came here, to seed clues for a future that is now. Your keys of consciousness are moving through the time lock loops that the Maya are lifting for you. Because they are the keepers of time, the Maya are opening many time lock loops all over the planet. The Maya, those master tricksters of time, have left you a number of clues with which to play this game. The Mayan calendar is well worth considering, as it marks the time of ending and closure at the winter solstice in December of 2012. The game masters watch and wonder what you'll do as the speculations fly. The concept of the end of time means that a cycle is merely coming to completion and a new one will then begin. It does not mean the earth is going to be finished. A particular theme essential to spiritual growth is being played out like a long-running Broadway show, and you have less than 20 years to complete the agreed-upon performance. Now, as you remember, this book was published in 1994, which was 18 years before 2012. And what happened just before this book was published was the publication of the false light Mayan calendar called the Dream Spell, which created a divergent timeline based upon the lies of Jose, our way, yes. He was a reptilian, a Lizzie. He was a Lizzie. By skipping a day every 4 years, their fake version of the calendar creates a spiritual cutting of DNA and is to be avoided completely. He also was the spreader of lies about doom and gloom, along with many other Hollywood Vatican-inspired reptilian Lizzies who created so much fear-based negativity and control around 2012 that they effectively hijacked it and put it a little further down the line. They merely delayed the full opening that was intended. It's not a problem. It never was. It was just them continuing their Broadway play a little bit longer because they pretty much own all of Broadway and Hollywood and all the banks and everything anyway, so whatever, just let them pretend they're still in power. And now, embody your cosmic DNA, your soul imprint, your pre-life plan. What was your plan? It's contained within here, okay? I'm your guy. Let me help you. It's my raison d'être. Een Lak'esh, Namaste.